My beloved ones, in your willingness to wage war against the forces dark, you have cleared the way for many souls of Venus to come to the etheric octave of Earth and to assist millions of souls. You have cleared, as it were, inner space. You have cleared, beloved, the way whereby many might join you. Some to take incarnation through waiting homes and souls of light, and others to remain in the retreat of the Divine Mother over this territory or in other retreats of the Great White Brotherhood. Many sons have come from Venus through the ages, and daughters wise. They have been leaders in the field of religion and science, art, mathematics, industry, architecture, and laying the foundations of golden ages and civilizations. Some have built the etheric cities of light that are a part of the earth in the etheric octave, and others have taken embodiment and have built in golden ages. Much of the inspiration that came upon Atlantis and came again in this age was the product of sponsorship or direct involvement of Venusians. So you see, beloved, the book by Philos the Tibetan is very pertinent to this hour, for many souls can embody to fulfill their reason of being. And every one of you here knows that many souls are being kept out of embodiment simply because of the fad of too long standing, of aborting life in the womb. Thus you see, beloved, those who love and those who are receptive and those who would receive these souls of light must take up spiritual arms again, and in this very court, which, as you know, has the great cathedral superimposed upon it, you must also make the calls that these individual life streams, now free, now released by Sanat Kumara to come here, may enter, may be loved, cherished, educated, supported, and brought to the place of the divine mission. Many, many souls are determined to see to it that the foundations of a golden age of Aquarius, of Saint Germain and Portia are laid in the physical octave. They have the vision, and they hold it, of the great beauty that has been in past ages and that come again. They are fully apprised and alert to all conditions of potential war and upheaval in the planet, and yet, beloved, they are unmoved. They are unmoved, beloved, because they have the peace of which the great divine director spoke, the peace of inner wholeness. See how necessary it is then, by whatever means it takes, for you to reach that point of equanimity, so that you may receive a soul that is whole into your life or family or community, and you yourself or the collective community might have a chalice of relative wholeness, of maximum wholeness, that children might not be set back by those who have up to this hour ignored the admonishments to tackle the sub-levels of being. Precious ones, these souls can do much for this community, for America, and for every nation. They can do much for education and for children. Treasure then this opportunity, and even call that you might all be and remain watchmen on the wall of the Lord, Now that you have the thought form of the all-seeing eye of God, and all of God that comes with his all-seeing eye, may you watch and be observant for the protection of life and the minds of all people. May you gather in your separate committees and spheres of influence and arenas of talent and tackle the problems one by one of the saturation of the minds of the youth with all manner of dark forms. There are mothers and families on Venus who in this hour find that some among their members will journey to Earth for a considerable stay to assist you in the unfoldment of the next centuries. They are bidding one another farewell. Those remaining shall keep the flame and hold the balance for those who go forth to make a stupendous effort for a victory on Earth. This is quite a scene, beloved, quite a scene indeed, for many thousands of families are involved. Thus know, even as your families here have trepidation when their sons or daughters go to war, so the separation of those on Venus is not without pain. These evolutions are high adepts, beings of great symmetry and light, having great talent in bringing forth the music of God. They are highly evolved, and yet they have their mandalas. They have their schools and families. Some professors in the universities there will leave, and others must rise to fill their places. These professors have been loved for many centuries as time goes, and so you see, attachments do form. But I can tell you one thing, the greatest attachment of all, of every son and daughter of light on Venus, is to Sanat Kumara himself, to his great love and his great sacrifice. And they see all that he has given to evolutions of Earth, and all of the sons and daughters of Venus that have gone before them. And they desire to see that this entire exercise that began so long ago for the restoration of the fire of the heart to evolutions of Earth shall not be incomplete, shall not be left undone, and they are absolutely determined, especially with your own determination to see to it that Sanat Kumara's great experiment in freedom, and that of Gautama Buddha, and all who came in that lineage, and all the bodhisattvas who have risen out of the earth, being out of the evolutions that have come from Venus, that all that they have done and achieved and given to the world shall not be lost, and that the children of the light shall not be lost, and that souls on the astral plane who might be lost, according to the wisdom of Mother Mary, might be saved. Thus, beloved, see then how your courage begets courage, and how that which you have become and sustained can draw to you greater and greater reinforcement as brothers and sisters and friends of light from many planetary spheres are determined to be here on Earth now in this century and centuries to come, to make good all that was begun and to fight the battles to the finish against those who would take from Sanat Kumara his mighty due. O beloved, many hearts are singing, many minds are contemplating how best to meet the problems of Earth. This is why it is so very important that you think, that you study, that you do research, and that you bring together documents that you can send to the Darjeeling Council for their planning. It is well to keep a copy on file also at the ranch, blessed hearts. But I decree in my office as Lady Venus, that the love of God and the creativity of God and the seraphim pure and the reinforcements who have come from cosmic heights to engage in this battle, who now have petitioned God to stay, that all of these put together in the presence of my sponsorship in my office might surely right some wrongs and make the difference and purge the earth and the bodies of the youth of the deadly trafficking in drugs. Yes, beloved, everywhere you turn on the 24 lines of the great divine director's clock of the divine plan, there is another problem, another challenge, another seeming impossible situation. Whether it is the plagues that are running rampant in the earth, beloved, for the misuses of the life force and the body temple, whatever it is, never believe that these problems are not surmountable. They can be surmounted. They can be challenged. Believe in the sacred fire and let it accrue to your chakras until you yourselves, in the pursuit of your dharma and your karma, also obtain adeptship and the cities. There is great love this night, great hope, great faith. Yes, beloved, I have come once again to supersaturate and charge this atmosphere, this retreat, this our home of light, also away from home in that vast retreat of the Divine Mother, which includes the holy city itself. I am determined then to create such an intensification of the love ray as to restore and elevate even the physical surroundings and the outer retreat with a new status, a new light, and an empowerment to those who seek it diligently by personal discipleship. Now in this hour then, beloved, I am sealing this conference. I am sealing your third eye, and I press upon it an imprint from the secret love star, the causal body of Venus. My hand touches each one now. So you have received my blessing and my love, and something of my vision. May the door of God's vision be opened unto you as you love to give your calls to Cyclopea. May the all-seeing eye of God be upon you and protect you and guard you and guide you and seal you in your divine plan. Oh, how there is rejoicing, how we move forward. We are one, beloved, and the souls are beginning to arrive here and there in the earth. So welcome them, beloved, even as I take my leave of you, until we meet again in the octaves of light and the retreat of the Divine Mother. With Sanat Kumara, we send you blessings and opportunity and strength for your victory.